Good afternoon, folks. Welcome back to another episode of Third Day Angling. Here at a piece of canal here in Mesa. Well, as you can see, we're at right here by the hospital. Today, going with the old Texas rig. I'm throwing some ribbon tail worms from Copper State Baits. This is like a black and green flake. It's like a midnight emerald, I believe it is. I haven't thrown the Texas rig in a while. I picked this side of the canal in particular because it was 113 today and there's shade all the way down. So this is where I'm going to be fishing. Shades make a big difference in this desert heat. A little bit of a stronger current here. You can see the current moving. But I have a few other colors. I forgot what I brought. I think I have like a green pumpkin, red flake or something like that. And I have a couple of unusual colors that I have that me and James came up with. I have a clear with a heavy gold flake. Then I have one that's clear with a heavy silver and black flake. But I'm going to fish this side of the canal because of all the shade. About 113, 114 here in Mesa today. Right where this canal starts to curve is when you start to, where it transitions into deeper water. It's only about a couple of feet straight ahead. And then as it curves, it slants down into like 3 feet or so, 4 feet. I've been throwing that BFS setup for a while, and man, it makes this thing feel like 100 pounds. Yeah, I thought something felt funny there. Got hung up on itself. I probably tend to texpose it. All right, I just got on one off the wall there. I bounced off the wall, it fell in, and I was able to get him up. Feels like a decent fish. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's a pretty decent fish for this part of. All right, and get a picture with him. We'll get back at it. All right, I switched up the color. This is that clear but heavy gold flake. It's getting a little. Whoa! What I hate about braid. I do it right So why it's doing that? That color looks actually pretty sick in the water. Man. That one, I didn't feel the bump. I came to lift the rod tip to move that worm, and it felt a little heavy. So I just set the hook, and sure enough, he was on there. They may be hanging out over there. That's where I cast it. It was over there on that wall. And it hit, and then as soon as I went to lift my rod tip, felt a little weight on there, so I set the hook, and sure enough, there was a bass on there. No skunk, so that's good. Looks like there's a guy over there. He caught one as well. This is a sick color in the water. All right, let's make one more cast. All right, I'm gonna call it a session. Guess we're gonna come back out tomorrow with these worms. Maybe a different section of the canal. See if we can get another bite. So I'm gonna go ahead and pack it up, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right, folks, so it's a couple days later, this time in the morning. We're out here at 10p. Still throwing the same curly tail worms from Copper State Baits. Let me show you what colors I'm throwing today. This is a watermelon blue flake. I also have a green pumpkin red flake, and then I have a midnight emerald, which is like a black and green flake. But I'm going to start with this first. Didn't have too much success. I had one already. Didn't have too much success at the hospital, but I'm going to start here. I had a bite there. All right, we switched it up. This is the Midnight Emerald from Copper State Baits. It's a black and green flake. See if maybe something a little darker will get their attention. That watermelon blue flake is more of a translucent color. This is more of a solid color, so let's see if maybe that'll do the trick. Maybe something more solid. I mean, it definitely looks good in the water, as all the worms do. Sometimes the color change is what's needed. Had a few bites on that emerald blue, just couldn't bring nothing in. The piece of stairs up here I want to give a shot. Usually pretty good. Usually. There we go. Finally. Finally, first sign of life. Not a bad one either. All right. Not a bad guy, look at that. All right. Get him back in the water. All right, well, I lost my worm, so I'm gonna go ahead and get another worm back on, see if we can get one more. All right, I'm tied back on. I moved down a little bit of ways to hit the next set of stairs. I caught that bass on a midnight emerald, which is a black and green flake. I switched it up to a green pumpkin red flake. Copper State Baits ribbon tail worm. There we go. There's another one, just dragging it on the bottom. Stay down. This is on the green pumpkin red flake. All right, here we go. Thank you. All right. Not a bad size for the canal. Probably another 1 pounder. 1 1/4 pounder. All right, folks. Well, slow morning. Did start off okay, but just really slow. But I ended up with 2 bass. One on the Copper State Baits ribbon tail, black and midnight emerald. It's a black and green flake, and then got one on the green pumpkin red flake. But slow morning. Thought it'd be busier, but that's all right. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. Be posting videos every week. Until next time, tight lines, and God bless.